Hey everyone, welcome to the Flourish 5. This is where you spend a few minutes with us getting to know and love Black-owned brands here on Flourish. And with me today is Sydney from Bright and Scent. Welcome.
Hi, glad to be here.
Hi, Sydney. So what I love about your candle company is that it's just different. It's distinct because it's mission-based. So can you share the inspiration behind creating these beautiful candles and also tying it to a mission of donating and giving?
Yeah. So basically, I just graduated college about over a year ago. And so I was at a point where I want to help, I want to give, but I didn't have a job then. I didn't really have like all these resources to pour into the causes that like move my heart. And so just kind of thinking through how I would even do that, I've always kind of had this entrepreneurial spirit, but never in terms of giving. And so thinking through the idea of what if I could create a product where all or a portion or whatever I can give is donated to the organizations that matter to me, to those that I know and am connected to. And so that's kind of how this idea of Bright and Scent happened, and the idea of a candle being a way that we could do it. I love candles. I've always loved candles. And so the idea of creating it, and then this idea and the phrase Bright and Scent came, where typically people will think, scent as in the smell, but we kind of made it a play on words of having that light in your home, burning it bright, but not just where you're at, but sending that light where it's needed most. And so it's kind of this really cool thing that has blossomed into this company that we now have had since April of 2021. So so that's kind of the inspiration behind it. We donate to 4 organizations that serve the homeless, that serve the less privileged, those trying to escape the sex trafficking industry, and just those who need it. And while I may not be able to physically go and do those things where I'm at in life right now, creating this company has allowed me and everyone who's bought a candle to kind of partner and do what they can right from their home, right from where they're at. And it's just been awesome.
Oh, I love that. And I have no doubt that because your heart is so pure and your intentions are just go well beyond like creating wealth just for yourself, right? It didn't even start there. You didn't even want to sell it. Like you didn't even want to make any money, right? Like you wanted to create something for the purpose of giving. And I think consumers, especially now, love to buy into those brands. And talking about sort of the products, these candles, tell us about them. What are some of the scents that you have? And I know there's soy wax, right? So what makes them kind of unique with your brand?
Yeah, so we wanted to be very intentional with every step. Me and my partner just kind of poured our resources in and tried to do a ton of testing. I know most candle makers know it's a ton of testing that's involved in order to make a quality product. And one of the things that we wanted to do is create a candle that was as environmentally conscious as we could. And that's really where we're pushing toward. There's some things that we're still having to kind of compromise on, but wanting a candle that is good, that lasts long, that actually smells when you light it and you don't have to wait 10, 15 minutes to actually smell something. Mm-hmm. And that's where we got the idea of the soy wax. I think it's just an awesome solution because it's natural. It lasts so much longer than your typical store-bought candle that might last 24 hours if you continuously burn it. Our candles last anywhere from 25 to 60 hours. We have tins, which I have a tin here. So this is our tin size. And then we have our big 12-ounce vessels that are this really nice stone that we just now started using. And so having that soy wax blend with the fragrance is in their phthalate-free fragrances. It really creates a wonderful experience. Like it's beautiful. It's amazing. It smells awesome. We've got scents ranging from eucalyptus and cedarwood, which is more of like a musky scent, a little stronger smell, to floral and sandalwood. We have citrus and amber. My favorite, white tea and lemon, is one that we had, and I think we're phasing out of that one. But we have spring scents. We have peach. We have cotton, so all these types of really nice, clean scents, fruity scents, floral scents, whatever you're kind of looking for. We really wanted to create a product range that had whatever anyone was kind of looking for their home, their kitchen, their bedroom.
Nice.
So that's kind of a synopsis of our products. We also sell merch as well, which is available on our site. So we just try to create great products that people will love.
Yes. And a variety of scents, which I love because, people have different tastes, especially for their home fragrance. And, that kind of leads me to my last question around, what do you want people to really feel when they open up their box and they get these beautiful vessels and they light the candle? What is the emotion or the feeling you want them to have when they buy one of your products?
Yeah, I think so often we can get caught up in our day-to-day and we don't necessarily think about others as often. There are things that are stressful in life. Work can be stressful. Your home life could be stressful. Familial relationships, whatever the case may be. But I think this allows us to take a step back when you buy a candle, when you purchase a candle, when you donate to anyone, any organization really. It's taking a step back and realizing there are those who, while I'm here doing an interview right now, are being sex trafficked. And that's a gruesome thing to think about sometimes. But, there's someone on the street who's homeless. It's summertime. It's so hot outside. And while I'm sitting in my apartment in the AC, there's someone who is struggling to get a drink of water. And so I think partnering with an organization like us, there's plenty of organizations doing it. So we're not the only one, but buying a candle, contributing to something that's bigger than yourself, I think just allows you to take a step back and feel that emotion of, wow, like the world is so much bigger than just me. There are people who are going through things, more than I ever will. Yeah. So like I said, back to the name of having that light that is in you being sent to the areas where you might not be able to reach yourself. But looking up, you can go to our website and look at all the missions, go to their websites, read the kind of testimonies of people who have gotten out, who have been able to get sustainable jobs and work, and just know that you're giving to those organizations. And that's an awesome thing that we might not see, but it's awesome to be part of.
Sydney, we are really grateful to have you and your vision on Flourish. I think I guess the word light is coming. There's a bright light coming from you and your brand. And I know that this is just the beginning because of your heart and the intention. It's going to be blessed. Okay. So remember I said that this is just the beginning and we're happy to be along for the ride. So welcome to Flourish.
Yes, I'm glad to be here.
You stay on your road, man. You stay on your path. Eventually, things will begin to flourish for you.
Flourishing.
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 Flourishing and doing well.